This is series 19, the first game in the best of 2 EHOME against MTW. This was played on the 27th of August 2012. This is the international 2012 being played. EHOME first banning Syllabear. I can't say I blame them, just because Syllabear is strong and everyone goes for Radiance, and it was a hectic time. It wasn't Armlet strong. Well, it was basically as Armlet strong. Then it was nerfed, changed a bit after that, but back then strong pick. They're not gonna first pick Invoker, so they have to ban it. An interesting choice to make, but whatever rocks their boat. You can see that MTW, also known as Mortal Teamwork, well, the team split up after a while, and well, in 2013 they split up in January, the start of the year. Well, the organization, I think, dissolved. The team kept on playing, and well, that team as well, it fell apart, and now you see that Soxka and fucking Mad are using a Quantic logo. That is because 3 of the members of this MTW are in Quantic as of now. Well, currently one of them is fucking Mad, the other is Fancy, and the third is Soxka. They are a French trio playing together for quite a long time. Syndron's using the mouse sports logo because he's in mouse sports right now. They made it to the international Quantic also, so they will all meet up there. It will all be very fun. Kebab is out of the picture. Haven't seen him in other teams. He was somewhere, but he hasn't played. A first book Rubik, an interesting choice. I wouldn't have expected this. A Morphling first pick, maybe yes. Well, the Invoker is out, so okay, Rubik. Whatever floats your boat. Also point out that Syndron's logo is a bit different from the rest of the mouse sports, and if you don't have a keen eye and don't pay full attention to it, you will understand why that is. It's not because he's the captain, it's because the background of the logo is the player's team's flag. The player country's flag is in the background, so, and Syndron's the only Danish guy in the team. The rest are from Germany, Fata, Black, Bass and Goikva. So his flag is a bit different from the rest of that team. It took me a while once to understand why his logo was different. It wasn't too hard to understand in the end. Brewmaster and Lesha being really early picks. This is an interesting draft, I must say. Rubik, Lesh, Brewmaster, they really like the support. They don't give a shit about the carries, and as I say that, they're gonna pick Morphling. I expect Morphling to come here. As for the bans, yeah, the standard like every game. Invoker ban from EHOME, I'm not sure why they did that. They had the first pick. I think an Invoker would have been better than Rubik first pick, but then again, that's just me. I have full faith in QQQ. I'm not really sure whether I should question his plays. On the other hand, yeah. A Chen and a Morphling. As I said, Morphling, but Chen means that they will have a Morphling farming bot lane and not middle. They're not gonna take a die farming safe lane Invoker because they banned it. So I think the logical conclusion would be to put Morphling bot lane to farm, and farm heavily. No softcore farming here, but it will be an Enchantress Gen battle. Both teams will get an additional revenue of gold from the jungle. It will be a battle of the farms. The trading farm, I expect. Ooh, a Ricky ban. You don't see that every day. The Broadmother ban. It again, sort of standard stuff. I don't see any team playing it, apart from one, and that team lost. I don't, as I previously said, I don't see why so much focus on the Broadmother. But then again, I don't have the full picture. It's difficult to know the meta game if the meta game happened a year ago. There is so much to know, and that's why casters and captains pay attention to all sorts of different games, so they know the meta, they know what to expect, what to regard as strong, what to regard as actually rather counterable. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to get fully acquainted with everything going around, so it's not as easy to do that or try to recall what kind of a meta we had a year ago. It's even difficult to say what we had 6 months ago. You can remember that, yeah, there was a time when Brad was a lingering ban. People didn't want to play against it. People didn't want to play it either because it was a boring and horrible pick to just have in your team. Just don't. Let's be nice to each other and don't do that. But people still banned it just because they were afraid the opponents might know how to play it. There was a time back then, and I suppose based on these drafts I've seen, I can say that yeah, that was the time. A Sand King was banned. QQQ will not be able to build 4 bracers this game. Well, he will be able to, but not on Sand King. Chaos Knight. Well. Here we see a I can't express how much I'm loving this, because Lund has played both of the heroes. Lund has been the one to play Morphling. He has been the one to play the Chaos Knight previously. Every single time it's been Lund Morphling, and once Chaos Knight went to him because there was no Morphling pick, and now they have picked up Morphling and Chaos Knight. This is interesting because now someone else will have to play either Morphling or Chaos Knight, but no one on that team, I think, has played a sort of a hard carry. They have played farming invoker, yeah, but that's still sort of support, sort of fight-oriented kind of guy. Chaos Knight can be played as a strict hardcore carry. It won't fill that role this time because there is a Morphling to fill that role. It won't be just fighter either. It will have to get some sort of farm, and it's interesting to see who will then take the hero. MTW gets Beastmaster. For some reason I really see them picking up a Beastmaster. There could have been a pick they picked a lot. Either way, they have a lot of fighting power now. They have an Enchantress with several creeps coming to the fight, probably going to steal some from Chen, and Beastmaster providing some attack speed for everyone. And the Brewmaster with 3 spirits, and Lesh just nuking the shit out of everyone. How awesome is that? How awesome is that lineup? I hope they don't spoil it with the last pick. If they pick something that doesn't go along with it, would be sad. Yeah, EHOME had some nice picks as well. The fight will be still, I would favor MTW. On the other hand, EHOME has more utility, more waveform, more of a stun, slow, armor reduction, damage reduction, lift. MTW has nuke and a stun, a slow, which is actually a really good nuke. A slow and some sort of damage. Beastmaster has some lockdown, but EHOME seems a bit stronger with a Tidehunter ultimate. Well, when it comes to team fights, Tidehunter ultimate probably wins the board easily, hands down. You want to fight? Well, we have Ravage. You do not. And they don't have Rubik either. So, the last game. King J Rubik. Those deals. So good. Either way, Outworld Devourer picked up. Kebab playing Brewmaster. A long time ago, Kebab paid support for Loda's team. The Last Try it was called, I think. A very long time ago. By the way, Lum's picking up the Chaos Knight and they have King J! King J! Jesus Christ! King J played the support last game. QQQ, okay, was... Okay, let's put it... QQQ 5. King J was 4. 4 position. And now he's playing Morphling, who I would say is better at farm hardcore carry than a CK. CK can fight more, doesn't need as much farm, will get as much farm either way, just because in the fights his ultimate will deal so much additional damage. He will be able to stun and pull heroes back, an amazing opportunity for additional kills and such and such and such. And we have Dai playing the Rubik and Copycat with Tidehunter, and King J last game made an amazing support Rubik, is now playing the hard Morphling. This is why I love the team. This is exactly why I love the team. Exactly why. Kebabs with a Brewmaster Thunderclap. Up! Balalala! What's the chicken doing here? Sentry wards. There's a haste here. Now, what do we do with the haste? We go middle, apparently. So Syndrone's gonna get the first experiences. And there's a switch around. Uh-oh. Why did they do this? Nope. Nope, there's not. Kebab was just putting wards and Fancy was getting wards from the chicken. More damage for Soxka. OD was not as strong as it is now. Back then, Astral Imprisonment was not buffed, so the intelligence steal was not 4, it was 2. You can see that everything else is +3, it is +1. Now -1, so he stole 2 intelligence, not 4. It's not a major difference. On level 1 it's twice as much. Later on it won't be as significant. But King J's farming abilities seem to be lacking at the present moment. Uh-oh. Getting last hit. 3 now. Nope, didn't get that one. Didn't get that one. Can I get some? Yeah. Can I get some mana burn? Nope, not getting that one. Not getting last hit, but he denied. Ah, I got that one. Away from most of his mana gone, and well, he could have had another hit on Soxka. This is Fancy coming in. What's Fancy doing there? Fancy is supposed to be stacking. He will stack again. He doesn't have money to buy mana regeneration yet, so he is not spamming his nuke to pull. He's pulling with his body. That means he's getting damaged. Double damage! Sprink! Copycat got some damage here, but he's safe. And Syndrone's actually the farmer top. He's the guy leading with net worth. I wouldn't have expected this. Brewmaster's sort of the more of the farm type. But Kebab is a support player, so it's not surprising to me that we do have a support playing a support. On the other hand, we have King J on mid lane with Morphling. Back then, Morphling was sort of the Shadowfiend. It would go middle, but it would still deal a shitload of physical damage later on, not just spells. Usually, well, you have the Outward War, which is sort of an exception as well. But if you look at mid lane solos, it would be something like Puck. Just deals the spell damage. Maybe gets a Hex, maybe gets a Dagon, doesn't allow the opponents to get fat, but it's still magic damage. Most of it's magic damage. Then you have a Beastmaster who's just a utility, doesn't do much damage on his own. Then you have things like Invoker, not physical damage, not mainly. And if you look at Shadowfiend, he was used to deal loads of magical damage, and then after the first 20 minutes he would start dealing physical damage as well, and quite significantly. So Morphling was sort of similar. He was used as the mid solo. Creepy stolen. He was used as the middle solo, but he did physical damage later on, early on, and mid game I suppose as well. He just waveforms. Even though his abilities to nuke are far inferior to those of Shadowfiend. Lun's getting a lot of farm bot lane, which is to be expected, and as a trade-off, QQQ needs to support top lane, but he's just farming. Yeah, Copycat's not getting anything. QQQ is just staying in the forest, level 5. He should probably send a few creeps top lane to defend, and he's not doing that, so they will have a problem with the top tower, it being taken down mainly. Level 3 Diabolic Edict is a quick tower. It's not even 5 minutes in, the tower is gone. Creeps. No last hit on a hero. Still good gold. Tidehunter now will get some additional experience, or his tower pushed. After that some experience. Nope. Clap on the creeps. Clap on the creeps. Edict already on the tower. EHOME is slow to respond. Oh, they get smoked up. Now they will... What? What? Where are they going? Tower was taken down, as I said, with an edict. Level 3, it's an easy tower. King J gets his mana completely destroyed. One waveform and very little left. Oh my god. 5.5 minutes in. Pushing the Rex, basically. You're free. Fonzie. Tidehunter might... Nope. He's not going to be the first blood. Tier 3 being damaged down. Edict dealing the damage. It will fall, it's down, something got the last hit. Lum's there, but no additional stun available. Not yet. Now he has it. He's trying to get away. Turn sooner. Stun. Stun wrong. Oh, stun right guy. Okay. Sure, you stun. They got the first blood and additional kill. They sent Lum back, because walking all the way back to base from here is really difficult. Softsky's going for the mech. Common build nowadays. It's a good build. Mech is good. 91 damage against 73. Just because his damage is coming from all the astral imprisonments. He's not maxing it. He's not maxing it. He should be. He would get a lot more. His damage is increasing, not as much as it should be. Time's here. King J used his regeneration in the bottle. Almost there to stun, but nope. Kebab walks into Lun. Lun doesn't notice for a while. Max level stun. How was that? A 2-second stun. It's not even. Does not leave an awesome. Oh, 4 sec. There we go. In the back die is getting killed. You had to use the heal. is low on mana. He has another stun. Nope, he doesn't. Even if he uses the stick and then puts on. No, now exactly he does. This looks like an easy kill for. Oh. Nice stun. Tiger almost died there. Gets sent back. Kyokugyo doing some good work with these sendbacks. And it takes a significant amount of mana. And they should really get mana boots because Lan is low on mana. He's not going to get any. He has trades already. 820 has disconnected from the game. 820. I learned to play Dota from 820. Well, in a sense that I watched EHOME replays to actually learn to play support. Well, to know how to play support better. Let's put it like that. Fancy trying to stack this stuff. The tower hasn't had a single hit. But now they're trading. I think this is a good move. Lan's roaming around with a CK. King Che is farming middle, but because Lan's roaming around, a Tide farming against Beastmaster really easy. We see Lam dying to a stun. No escape. Ponzi was good enough to get away from there. Get away from the Tides. He's not going back to base. Not them. He's going back to base. No, he's a solve. Here's a solve. Threads. Switch threads using solve. Bad. Switch threads to something other than strength. He would have full HP. But whatever. Mid tower fell, so that's some cool gold for QQQ and everyone else. He doesn't have much. King Che got his threads and finished up a Ring of Aquila. With the threads, he has 1 kill. They got someone down. Sorry, I sort of missed that. Oh, Fancy being ganked by Lan. Even used his ultimate. But as you see, he has 400 mana and most of it's gone. A big part of it is gone after he uses all of his spells. Which means if the battle goes on for longer, he's quite in a pickle. He has to use his bottle, he has to use his stick, he has to use intelligence threads. All of those, that's good. But Kebab's getting farm. 21 last hits is pretty good for a support. Arcane boots in 10 minutes. Okay, he's also going double damage, dealing the damage and BB2 kills him. Copycat used the ultimate, gets Subskull, gets the 3-6 stun, dies. Lam gets split earths, gets taken out of the fight altogether. Tai is doing some good work disrupting, but Lam gets stunned for 4 seconds, not enough damage. Tai is being slowed by the bear. It's time. Lan bought back, but he's getting slowed now. If only they had a 4-staff. Some easy kills roaming out there. Edict in early fights. Oh, he hasn't even maxed it. It's still just really useful. Amazing amounts of damage, but King Che got outshoot by a support player. Ooh. Interesting. 50 creep kills in 11 minutes, 11 and a half. Pretty good. This tower probably 4. They have defensive heroes coming. Oh, there's a roar. Syndron's there, but he's sort of low. Gets stunned. Nope. Edict kills Lan off. QQQ is now slowed, and the stun hits on the edge. And nice set of axes in the face. Well, it was sort of axes in the back, but the thing is that the axes come back like boomerang, so it's in the face as well. Either way, Soxka is farming top. has not maxed Astral Imprisonment. Has a Staff of Wizardry, which means he's not going for a fast mech as the Haters. Casual Haters, yes. Indeed. Syndrome's going for a Bloodstone. Vitality booster. Well, he farmed top, that was what he did on that lane. He farmed. Fucking mad isn't getting anything. Well, not much. 006 score. Tower is almost in the right range. Mid tower almost in the right range as well. I would expect MTW to put their focus on the middle tower because it's the only tier 1 still standing. Enchantress was slowed for a bit, but he had the heal on and is now running around wooden haste rune. I'm trying to catch up on farm. Doesn't have drums yet, but soon. Don't worry about it. Soon. Fancy stacking isn't paying off yet. Soon will. I bet he has taken some down already, but now he gets some significant amounts of gold. It needs more damage. It's going middle to push. Tidehunter there with that game boots and the Ravage die with an Astral Imprisonment. He stole. I think it's still unzipping in. It is. So spell gets stunned. A nice Ravage on everyone. Syndrome doesn't get pulled. Syndrome doesn't get pulled because Syndrome has Diabolic Edict and Ultimate off. Fancy stuns die. It's not enough. Dies there. Now pulls the Syndrome out. King Shay got tossed into the air, but now he's nope. Kebab walks away, did not do anything. And Lung, what are you doing? Oh, how did he not see him? He just didn't see him. So close. Creeps get taken down and the tower is gone. As I said, I expected MTW to focus on mid, and EHOME probably knew it, so they sort of played like, yes, this is the lane we will defend. Another set of axes were sent here, I suspect. Morphin got the last hit on the tower, he will be happy with that. Carry takes the kill. Fonzie walking to the lane to defend against illusions. Those are just illusions from the rune. Oh, he's going for a knee blade. Having a ghost scepter, I suspect a knee blade. It's 15 minutes in, he has to get 2.5k more. Kebab has a stick full of 15, no, let's say wand full of 15 charges. So battles would be amazing for him, but he's level 6, he has a Thunderclap level 3 and everything else he has sent into stats, which I can't say I agree with, because he doesn't have a problem with gold, he doesn't have a problem with mana, so there is no mana burn on the opposing side. He could easily go for Drunken Haze, but additionally, just because his Sora is maxed out, he can just spam it on every hero, well, any hero that's close enough to get it in the face, and they would have an advantage when it comes to a fight. Heroes being incapable of hitting, their hits is an advantage everyone would like to have. And nope, Lesh is going for some amazing amounts of HP, but no Bloodstone yet. He's going for a BKB before. QQQ trying to chase after the bird. Bird. Bird is the word. Bird. Copycat will get the pipe. I remember those good times when it was all about who goes mech, who goes pipe. Nowadays it's all about, oh my god, but I also got mech. Uh-oh, forcing after. Taking him out, and that's as far as the initiation goes. You shall not have mana, You should not have intelligence. You are dumber now. I don't see why that was really important, but apparently it was important enough to use F4 step 4. Beastmaster going for a pipe as well. So who's the one with mech here? Syndrome, obviously not. Kebab. You're gonna go for mech? Probably not. They have 2 headdresses right now. Outworld Devourer could potentially max is gain or deal a lot of damage, but they still need a mech. They still need someone to make mech, I would say. Because against the tide, usually you get caught off in clusters. With the Ravage, damage is almost fully, fully on level 1, almost fully in later levels, neglected by a simple mech. If they don't want to go for mech, that's actually their problem, and that is a problem. Fancy getting some farm middle. He's sort of being ganked. Force extend. Always nice. King J used the replicate to get there. They had some good vision of him just because of the replicate. Hey look, he's here. Morphling missing 1k from his E-blade. Socksky is trying to... Oh no! Lan after him! Ah, 2-6. Only. A Ravage! A really fast Ravage! Kebab gets lost into there, he can't ultimate, he should. Nope. Doesn't even try to. He should have. He could have gotten out of there. And they could have disrupted the push or whatever, but he just wasted his time now. Wasted the cooldown. Got himself killed, didn't waste the opponent's time. Made everything more difficult for his own team, etc. I can't say I recommend such a course of action. Sindran. Is this a split pushing Leshrak we're seeing here? Are you going to... Nope, 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 nope. I regret this decision immediately. He runs back. He has to run back. He can't fight against King Shay, not currently. Even though King Shay doesn't have an E-blade yet. He has 200 missing from it. The Hunter is getting dangerously close to a pipe. Only 600 missing. Lum has... Oh, a Vanguard. Interesting. Drums and Vanguard and Treads. And Magic Wand. Soxka has 1k still. And is about to get ganked. Nope. Dai isn't interested. Why did they give him a free Wildkin? It's like home delivery with creeps. Units and farm will deliver. Big Chen now. Copied cat. Yep, he bought the pipe recipe. It's the most expensive part, so it's not very uncommon for people to buy the recipe as soon as possible and just bypass all other items necessary for the completion of a pipe. The meat tower still stands, which is the important thing in this game right now. Meat tower should not fall for EHOME. That's sort of their anchor, their beacon, their lighthouse. It's a way of living for them. An E-blade is finished. That's a nice way of living for any Morphling. Even if you don't get kills with it, even if you don't get opponents who are low HP or low enough or papery enough to die from a shotgun blast, it's still a nice item. And even if you don't go for massive amounts of agility, even if you don't morph everything into agility, it's still a nice item. Whatever you do, it's still pretty nice. Oh, I almost finished them. Oh, it is finished on Beastmaster. Just deliver it. Soxka, what are you getting? Show me the bird. Bird. What is there? What they got? Mech and pipe now. Syndran has 200 missing from a BKB. If he chooses to go for that. Probably will. He needs to. Against Tidehunter Savage, BKB is always a nice option. And in previous games, it's nice to see that EHOME is really good with that timing. With BKB's timing, Lan has, for several times, Lan has used a BKB right during the casting of a Tidehunter Savage. It's perfect timing. Don't get hit by it, don't use it before either. Perfect timing. It's all about timing. For example, timing Disruption could have been better. Nope, he didn't say that. Other way, Beastmaster has a Soul Ring to give him mana. Really, 468 mana is not enough to spam your axes. Have a Hawk up and use a pipe and use a roar. It's just not enough mana. But here we see King J farming top with a replicate. Here we go. What? Just E-blades like that. He wasn't needed there. He should have farmed top, but he was wary of it because his replicate was about to go out and he didn't want to miss the fight. It could have been devastating. So this is the safe bet. This is the safe way of playing. Don't run off. Ah lol, the cow is ours. You should never take our slows again. Now we have a go in. Roar on Q X. Got that. An E-blade doesn't kill Soxcar. Gush does. Syndrome there with a BKB dealing damage. Lums trying to get away from there because he can't stun anyone. Go back now. Going after the Syndrome who's still dealing damage with the ultimate. Fonzie's trying to fight but he doesn't have enough HP. A gush to the bird. Kebab is here trying to deal damage. He has a buyback. He's alone against 5. He has buyback as I said. He's trying to go for a blink dagger. Not getting there yet. In 5.5 minutes they took down top tier 3. Now they're struggling to defend theirs and defend their Rexes as well. And the Morphing E-blade just takes care of an Enchantress who can't do much against heavy nukes. Even though everyone's building strength on him, strength trades on the base, even in Urn of Shadows, just as much strength as you can get, it's still paper. Apparently. 120 HP. Yeah, well, this is an interesting wagon. Dealing damage to the correct buildings. That fight was really good for EHOME, obviously. They got a good Ravage off and they cleared a few heroes down, and that was basically for NTW. Rex is down, no chance to retort. Fonzie with invisibility. What's his goal here? What is he doing? He's not gonna gank bot lane. Whatever he does, he can't gank him. There's no way he's going to take King J down without proper support. It's pointless to stalk him like this. What's your reason for being here? He's not gonna try to last it for free. Oh no, he didn't. He just went there, saw him, used axes to get a last hit and survived. So I suppose surviving is the main thing he was after. So why go there in the first place? Spread terror among EHOME players. I must say it's Enchantress being the one with least farm. The score was 12-6 at some point, now it's 17-6, which means EHOME got a full team wipe and they didn't die themselves. Lisher has the BKB, he dealt some nice damage in the middle of that fight, but alone against several heroes of the strength nature, it's difficult to kill them with just some AoE dots. Well, I'm just going for a Manta style, I'm expecting. Dai has a gem. Why are they using the roar on Dai? I'm not entirely sure about that. Partly it could be because if he roars Dai and then he has time to use something else so that Dai can't steal the roar. Okay, there was a replicate up now. What was there? Oh, it's standing back here. 45 seconds left. King J is just gonna get some farm here. What's the chicken bringing him? A BKB, a full completed BKB. They still have time to get it before a fight if the chicken is fast enough. Metrax is still standing, returning HP 2.6 at the second. Good enough. Kebab didn't buy back because he wanted to go for a dagger. He had 1.4k, he could have fought back, he didn't. Wanted the dagger, now he has it. Soxka is still being the main farmer in the team. He's ahead with the net worth, ahead of Lon. But he doesn't have a BKB yet. Lon doesn't have a BKB yet either. But he's fine without it. Soxka is really needing one. He has 1.5. He's been ganked several times, even though he has a 4-staff really early on, and then imprisonment, which he hasn't maxed yet at all. Why? Vision intelligence is always on. Nice damage on one, but Kebab jumps in without the ability to use the ultimate. A roar gets stolen. Fucking mad is getting killed here. King J to deal the damage. There's no slow on Fancy. Fancy walks out of there. Roar was stolen. Roar was used on Lan. Soxka used these ultimates. They dealt a lot of damage on Lan. He has 2.2k. They still managed to take him rather low. So big props to them. But the fact of the matter is, Ravage and the stolen roar seals the deal. Just no competition. Oh, Morphling and Off-World Devourer had the same amount of creep kills. Lesh was behind Chaos Knight. But if you consider their scores, 706 against 161, it really shows that King J was a lot better off. Only one level ahead though.